West Africa International.
Hello everyone, this is Miriam. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you guys are doing fantastic, and if you are not, I hope that through this video I just hope that at least it's going to put a smile on your face, and just know that if you can see is enough. Like, you can actually see me, you have eyes to see me, you have eyes to watch this video is already a blessing, because a lot of people can't see. So the fact that you can see, that you can hear, that you can smell is a blessing in itself. So I hope that this video is going to put a smile on your face, and I hope it's going to give you some ideas of movies you can watch to also feel happy. And alright, so this video is a bit different. I've never made a video on Nollywood. I made videos in the past about Ghanaian movies, because I used to make Ghanaian movie reviews on this channel. Yes, I used to back in the days, and I was so passionate about it because I love reviewing movies, you know. And but I've never actually made a video about Nollywood movies. And Nollywood, for those who don't know, is the Nigerian movie industry. It's a very large industry. I think it's the second largest movie industry in terms of how many movies they make. So I grew up watching a lot of Nollywood movies. I was born in France. I wasn't born in an Anglophone country, but watching movies in English, watching Nigerian movies actually helped me to kind of speak English a bit faster than my French peers. Obviously the fact that I'm Ghanaian and that English is the official language obviously helped me, but the fact that I grew up watching a lot of Nollywood as entertainment in my house definitely helped me to just speed up the process in terms of my understanding of English and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a movie to watch, or if you just recently got into Nollywood, I'm going to give you 8 classic Nollywood movies from my point of view that if you are into Nollywood, you should have definitely watched. And if you haven't, I wonder where you've been. You call yourself a Nollywood supporter, but you haven't watched the movies I'm going to mention, there's something wrong. These are classic Nollywood movies from my favorite Nollywood movies as well. They're quite old, like some of them came out in 2005, 2003, but they're available on YouTube and they're available on the internet, and when you watch them, it doesn't really feel like they're old anyway. So I hope that you guys relax and watch this video. And by the way, it's in order, so it goes from the 8th one to the 1st, the one that I consider a classic Nollywood. So the 8th one is called Wind of Glory. This movie stars Genevieve Nnaji, who is one of the top Nollywood actresses, and Desmond Elliott. Is a great movie. It's a bit of a cliche romantic movie, but it's a great movie. Like, it's definitely a classic for me. Let me give you a bit of the synopsis. So the movie stars Desmond Elliott, Genevieve Nnaji, and Yul Edochie, to name a few. This movie is about a village girl, Juliana, played by Genevieve Nnaji, who became blind at the age of 2 and has been living with her handicap all her life. A city man named Clark, played by Desmond Elliott, sees her, and they both start forming an intimate bond and relationship despite Gigi's handicap. So it's a great movie. Like, it's an old one. I think it came out in, I don't even know when it came out, I think 2003, 2005. But the date of this release is here, you can see it. But it's a great movie in terms of the story actually makes sense, and it actually unfolds. Like, you can see a lot of movies these days that just the story don't even make sense. But that one is an old one, but the story unfolds. Like, it tells a story, it tells the story really well, and the acting is genius. So if you haven't watched Wind of Glory, you should watch it. It's a classic. It's available on YouTube. So the second one is World Apart. If you have watched this movie, thumbs up. Hey, World Apart. World Apart. World Apart. Oh my god, this movie is really good. I don't know what year it came out, but the date is here. Because obviously when you watch the movie, at the end of the movie, you can see the dates of the productions. So it came out then. And it's a great movie, World Apart. Though back in, I think it came out in 2003 or 2004. Back in when it came out, like, for the time that it came out, it was a very well produced movie. And even now in 2017, if I watch this movie, I see the amount of work that was put into it. Because when it came out, Like Nollywood wasn't how it is now. They didn't have. I'm sure they still struggle with that, but back then it wasn't. It wasn't as easy as it was. It was harder than it is now. But if you watch this movie, you can see the amount of work that has been put into it in terms of the production. It's a royal movie, and it seems very, very royal. It feels a bit like Coming to America. Yeah, it feels a bit like that. It's a great movie. Let me give you a bit of the synopsis. World apart. So it stars Ini Edo. I love Ini Edo. I think she's a good actress, Ini Edo. It stars Liz Benson, Kenneth Okonkwo, Ini Edo, Hilda Dokubu, who is my favorite actress. It's about a humble but wealthy and well-respected king called Promise, played by Kenneth Okonkwo, who falls in love with Uli, played by Ini Edo, a poor village girl who is the complete opposite of him. They fall in love but face numerous obstacles and tribulations coming against their relationship because of their different social backgrounds. It's a great movie. Ini Edo plays the village girl extremely well. I think Ini Edo shines when she plays the village girl. I mean, she shines. So this movie is very cute and it's very, very nice. I consider it a classic Nollywood movie. So let me give you the sixth one. So this one we kind of get away from the romance a bit and we go into comedy. This one, the sixth classic Nollywood movie from my point of view is Baby Police. Oh God. Should I even go further? In terms of comedic Nollywood movie, this one is up there. So if you're new to Nollywood or if you're not new but you haven't watched Baby Police, where art thou? Where have you been? Where have you been now? Baby Police is a great movie, comedy movie. It's so funny. Like no matter how many times I watch it, I laugh. I've watched it about 7 or 8 times in my lifetime, and anytime I watch it, I actually laugh. I watched it very recently in order to make this video. I kind of refreshed my memory a bit, and it made me laugh. It's a really funny movie. It stars Osita Iheme, Chinwe Owof, and Francis Odega. So let me give you the synopsis. The movie is about a young boy, played by Osita Iheme, who gets sent to the city from the village to go and live with his uncle because of his stubbornness. Oh gosh. His family thinking living in the city would mature him, but little did they know that him living in the city would actually create more trouble for everyone around him. So when he gets in the city, he pretends to be a preacher in order to get money. He fakes being a police officer in order to get money. I mean, this guy is stubborn. He's stubborn, but it's so funny. His uncle, the relationship between his uncle and him is extremely hilarious. So Baby Police is a classic Nollywood movie. Thumbs up if you agree. The fifth one, classic, is Sophia in London, another comedy movie. This one is not my favorite Nollywood movie, but I have to add it to my list of classic Nollywood movies because this movie was, I believe, so it came out in 2003 and is known to be one of the very first Nollywood movie to have gained international success. So, and for a comedy movie, that's big. So I think I like Sophia in London because when it came out and he was successful, it demonstrated that comedic movies can also be successful. It doesn't have to be, you know, a comedic movie can be as successful and as well produced as other genre movies. So it's a great movie. It stars Nkem Owo and all that. So this movie, let me give you the synopsis, is about a villager and a family man played by Nkem Owo who travels to London for the first time to receive his share of inheritance left for him by his late brother who was a rich man in London. Okay, it's hilarious. You see his antics when he gets to London and he goes to McDonald's and he tries to order Nigerian local foods. Like, who does that? Great funny movie. If you haven't watched Sophia in London, you should watch it, and if you watched it, thumbs up and tell me if you also think that it's a classic movie. So the fourth one, a classic Nollywood movie, thumbs up, like for sure, like duh, is Mr. Ibu. I mean, come on, how can Mr. Ibu not be a classic movie? It's a classic Nollywood movie, Mr. Ibu. It stars John Okafor, Osita Iheme as the two main characters. Let me give you the synopsis. This movie is all about a father and his son's journey through life. Their personalities are very similar and their view on life is different from the norm. This pair reacts to certain things in both hilarious and unique ways. No, so yeah, no, Mr. Ibu is definitely a classic movie. It's hilarious. This movie is one that I can watch and laugh and laugh and laugh. So if you're looking to laugh, if you want to laugh, watch Mr. Ibu. Just watch Mr. Ibu. Just watch it. And even the main character, John Okafor, is still this day, he's still called Mr. Ibu, his character in this movie, in that movie. So yeah, my third classic Nollywood movies in my book is Prophecy. So this one is definitely not a comedy movie, but it's a drama movie. It's dramatic, but it's a great movie, and it stars Jidebe Binaji, Charles Okafor, Patience Ozokwo. A story about a strong Christian family whose Christian faith and relationship is disturbed when passing through trials and various temptations, but not for long. So it's a drama movie, like it's very dramatic, but it's extremely well told. It's like if you're a Christian watching this movie, I think it's going to strengthen your faith in God. Like it's very inspirational, and it can really be frustrating. Some scenes can be frustrating because you just want to get in the movie and try to make it your way. So you like when you watch it, you just be so engaged in it, and you won't be disappointed. Honestly, it's a great movie. So Prophecy is definitely my third top up there Nollywood classic movie in my books. But my second Nollywood classic movie is also my favorite movie. Christ in Me. Oh gosh, is my favorite. It's definitely a classic for me. Christ in Me. So this movie is about a newly married woman whose married relationship becomes in danger when her own best friend starts showing interest in her husband. But who can fight against fate and put asunder two people that God has ordained to be together? So this movie stars Tony Omes, Pascaline Edwards, and Ngozi Izono. This movie is a great classic Nollywood movie. It's going to strengthen your faith in God. It's very extremely well told. You see actors that you're not used to seeing nowadays, but all the same, very good acting. Tony Omes is in this. He is a great actor. And then now we come to not only my top favorite Nollywood classic movie, but it's my favorite Nollywood movie of all time. Hour of Grace. Thumbs up if you agree. Hour of Grace is my favorite Nollywood movie of all time. It could be because I grew up, it's one of the first Nollywood movies that I watched. It's not that old though, it's not that old. I'm not that old myself, I'm only 22. So, but no, it's a great, and I probably watched this when I was 8 or 9. It's a great movie. Some of the movies I mentioned is a part 1, there's a part 2. When you watch it on YouTube and other sites, you will know that there's a part 1 and part 2. Or if you wonder if there's a part 2 or part 1, then just type part 2 to see if a part 2 comes out. But Hour of Grace, there's a part 1 and there's a part 2. It's a great movie. It stars Hilda Dokubu, Liz Benson, Justice Isiri, may his soul rest in peace. This story is about Amadi, played by Justus Isiri, and Azuka, played by Hilda Dokubo. So they are a couple who have been married for over 10 years, but are yet to have a child of their own. Azuka turns into pleading her best friend Helen, played by Liz Benson, to be a second wife for her husband, so that her husband would finally get the chance to become a father. But little did Azuka know she was making the biggest, now I'm not even using this word loosely, the biggest mistake of her life by trusting her best friend and introducing her into her marital home. Let me tell you why it's my favorite. I wrote it down in my article. The first time I watched Hour of Grace, I was around 9 years old. As a French born, even though my English speaking and listening skills were limited at the time, or should I say almost non-existent, this movie touched me in a way that even movies that are on my native language could not. I might have not go through what some of the characters in the movie went through, but I could relate to the characters' pains. The plot, the characters, and even the soundtracks distinguish this movie from any other movie. Hour of Grace, no doubt, an ultimate Nollywood classic for me. Definitely. What else can I say? So alright, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that this video gave you ideas of movies, Nollywood movies, or movies in general that you could watch. Now I'm just citing 8, but if you want to see my top 10, 2 more, then I will put the link in the description box of the article that I wrote a few years ago. These are classic movies and they're not that old. Like when you watch them, they're not in black and white. They're in colors, and they are in HD if you watch them on YouTube or other sites on the internet, or even if you, I don't know if you can buy it now because they're not out anymore, but they're available on the internet, and if you watch them, they're not in black and white. They are like how you see me right now. So give me comments and tell me what are your Nollywood classic movies, or your favorite Nollywood movies, and do you agree with my list of Nollywood classics? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.
Let me tell you a delicious